Good morning, children. Children, in last lecture we have done the need of classification of elements, Daubenina triads and Newland law of octaves. Children, today we are going to study the third classification, which is Mendeleev periodic classification or Mendeleev periodic table. Before that, children, I want to tell you, after Newland law of octaves, so many scientists were indulged to find out the relation between the chemical properties of the element with its atomic mass. And children, Mendeleev was the Russian chemist who made an attempt to classify the elements. He is considered as one of the most important contributor to the early development of periodic table of elements, wherein the elements are arranged on the basis of their fundamental property plus on the basis of their chemical properties. Children, Mendeleev made one table where he grouped elements in such a way. In one group, if we take any element, the general chemical property of all the elements present in that particular group remains same. So he has done his periodic classification in such a way so that the study of element would be easier. And after arranging elements in a particular order, he gave his periodic law, which is saying the properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Means, after a certain interval of time, if one element is coming below another element, these two elements will be showing general similar chemical properties. This is what you call the periodic function. Children, I want to introduce here that Mendeleev considered atomic mass of an element as a fundamental property of an element. But at the same time, he has given equal weightage to the chemical properties of elements also. These two were the two main criteria for classifying elements in a form of periodic table. And children, Mendeleev introduced two terms, that is groups and another is periods. The vertical columns in Mendeleev periodic table are called groups and the horizontal rows in Mendeleev periodic table are called periods. Now children, let's see the Mendeleev periodic table, how it is designed by Mendeleev. Alright children, let's understand the Mendeleev periodic table. Children, as you are seeing on the screen, this is Mendeleev periodic table and the vertical columns in Mendeleev periodic table are called groups and the horizontal rows are called periods in Mendeleev periodic table. Children, if you are seeing carefully, there are 1 to 8 groups in Mendeleev periodic table or vertical columns in Mendeleev periodic table, and there are 6 horizontal rows or periods in his periodic table. Children, groups are represented by the Roman numerals by Mendeleev and period by simple digits like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Children, if you see further, from group 1 to group 7, every group is divided into two subgroups, that is 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B and so on till 7A, 7B. And group 8 is not divided into any subgroup. And children, if you see carefully from period 4, in every slot from group 1 to group 7, there are two elements. Like in group 1A, potassium is situated. In group 1B, copper is located. For example, in 4A, germanium is there. In 5B, vanadium is there. And children, you are seeing from group 1 to group 7, in every slot two elements are there from 4th period onwards. But in 8 group, in one slot he placed 3 elements each. That means in period 4 3 elements, in period 5 3 elements and in period 6 3 elements. Children, I told you that Mendeleev prepared hydride and oxide of all the elements known, and he framed the general formula of the oxide and hydride formed by the elements. He formed the general formula of oxide and hydride of all the groups, and on the basis of the general formula, he started placing elements into the group. That means the element which is showing resemblance to the oxide and hydride formula resemblance, I mean to say, if any element is showing similar oxide and similar hydride formula like the general formula of the group, that element will be placed in that particular group. For example, like lithium. Lithium oxide is Li2O, which is resembling with formula R2O. Lithium hydride is LiH, which is resembling with RH. So, he placed lithium in group 1. Another example like magnesium. Magnesium oxide is MgO. It is resembling with RO. Magnesium hydride is MgH2. It is resembling with RH2. So, he placed Mg in group 2. One more example we are taking. For example, carbon. Carbon oxide is CO2, resembling with RO2. Carbon hydride is CH4, resembling with RH4. That is why he placed carbon in 4th group. I hope you people are understanding. So, children, when he started resembling or matching the hydride and oxide of the elements, he started pinning these elements on the wall. And after pinning, he realized that he is arranging elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. As you can see, when I am moving from lithium to fluorine, the atomic mass is gradually increasing. So, he said that the properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Children, we can say here Mendeleev assumed that the fundamental property of any element is atomic mass, as well as he also considered the chemical property of the element also before placing that element into a particular group. Now children, let's talk about some achievements or qualities of his periodic table. Children, if I am seeing closely, the elements like lithium, sodium, potassium, these are the metals which are resembling in their chemical properties. Or beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, they are also very much resemble in terms of their chemical properties. My point is children, here you see where my pointer is pointing out, here there is one element tellurium, Te, its atomic mass is 127, and another element iodine, its atomic mass is 126, and Mendeleev told that he is arranging elements according to the increasing order of their atomic masses. But tellurium is placed before iodine. Why? Because tellurium is resembling, or I would say its oxide or hydride chemical formula is resembling with the general formula of group 6. That is why he did not consider its higher atomic mass, but he considered that its chemical properties or hydride oxide formula is resembling with this group. That is why he had to place this tellurium element into group 6. Children, another thing, these three elements, gallium, scandium and germanium. Children, when Mendeleev was working on his periodic table, these three elements were not discovered. So, he left these three places empty, and he boldly predicted whenever these three elements will be discovered in future, these three elements will be showing these many certain properties. And children, when these three elements were discovered, the properties which Mendeleev told were so true. Why? Because gallium is present in group 3 and the group 3 properties will be the properties of gallium or scandium. Like germanium is present in group 4A and all those properties which are of carbon and silicon, all those general property must be shown by germanium only. And also children, what he said, that time when the elements were undiscovered, he had given, because aluminium is the element which is present in group 3 and below aluminium there is an empty space. So he added Eka term EKA aluminium for element gallium. For scandium, he added Eka boron. For germanium, he said that the Eka silicon element will be discovered in future. So children, these are the achievements of Mendeleev periodic table. Children, the achievements about scandium, gallium, germanium I told you already. Another achievement is Mendeleev did not give any place to inert gases like helium, neon, argon, xenon, radon, because that time these gases were not discovered. But when these gases were discovered, there was no problem for Mendeleev, because altogether he had to make a new group for these inert gas, because inert gas is not at all going to be resemble with any of the element of any of the group. So without disturbing any order, one group would be formed and the inert gas could be placed. And children, the one property I told you, the higher atomic mass element he had placed the lower atomic before the lower atomic mass element, though he was saying that he is arranging element according to the increasing order of their atomic mass. Children, we can say this is achievement also, this is its demerit also. Now children, what are the limitations of Mendeleev classification. Children, the first limitation is position of hydrogen. Hydrogen is containing one electron in outermost shell. Hydrogen can donate its electron to become hydrogen ion, like sodium donates its electron to become sodium ion. So it is matching with alkali metals or group 1 elements, and hydrogen can also accept one electron to become hydride ion, like chlorine, bromine, iodine, which used to accept electron to become chloride, bromide, iodide ion. And also children, hydrogen has the tendency to form diatomic molecule like H2. Chlorine, bromine, iodine used to exist in diatomic form. So position of hydrogen was the problematic situation for Mendeleev. He was not able to clear this position of hydrogen. Second is isotopes. Children, isotopes are all those atoms of the same element where atomic number is same and atomic mass is different. When 3 isotopes are hydrogen, I am talking about 3 atomic masses, and he placed all 3 atomic masses of hydrogen in one slot, though they have different atomic masses. And the last one, children, atomic mass regularity he had disturbed. This point I told you already. So children, although these limitations were there, but Mendeleev classification was quite successful that time, and on the basis of his classification, modern periodic table could be formed. Thank you, children.